So it's no secret that the OSEE 7 has been one of my favorite monitors. It's large, it's bright, it's got killer features, it's got a very simple, quick, and easy to use operating system. It's just a pleasure to use, and it has everything that I would need built in. So today we're finally taking a look at this cage and the kit that it comes with from Nitze for the OSEE 7 and G7 monitors. So let's get into it. Okay, so first up is, why would you want a cage for this monitor? Well, there are a couple of reasons. One is that although it is a well-made, pretty rugged monitor, it is still some sort of plastic that it's made of. It's not a metal-bodied monitor, so of course protection is always something you want to keep in mind. Plus, with such a nice, large, bright display and all of the functions and assist features built into here, it makes a wonderful director's monitor. It makes a wonderful monitor for a focus puller to hold onto in their little setup there. So rigging it out for any of those setups is definitely going to require some more connections than just what is built into the monitor itself. And a cage gives you that. So I've already got the cage on there, and obviously it's pretty simple. It just screws in at the top, and then at the bottom there are two screw threads on the OSEE monitor, and it uses both of those. There are also these little feet that kind of overlap over the front side of the monitor just to prevent it from spinning loose, but it's simple to get it on there. So I've already put it on. We're going to take a look at the design today, and we're going to split this into the negatives and the positives, and we'll start off with the negatives just to be fair. These screws on the top and the bottom that I said you use to attach it to the monitor are not retaining screws, so if you do decide to take this off, those screws are going to come completely out, and that does have the potential for losing them. Of course, a cage like this on a monitor is probably not something you're going to be attaching and removing and attaching and removing. It'll probably stay on here, but I would have liked to see screws that are built into the cage, so that way there's not that potential for losing them if they do come loose, or if you do decide to remove the cage and you want to store it somewhere. The next involves the Sunshade, and as you can see, it just kind of loops around the back of this with some elastics. You can actually use this without the cage as well. There are some little grooves in the monitor that you can just strap this around and it'll hold it in place. But as you can see here, it fits really tightly around the edge of the actual display, the edge of the screen. So the bottom corners here have a tendency to kind of slide in and cover the image just a little bit in those bottom corners. But that's really about it in terms of what I could consider, I guess, significant complaints. So let's take a look now at the pros, which does cover pretty much the rest of the design. So we'll talk about all the details while we're going through those pros. So like I said, one of the reasons you might want a cage is for protection, and this is of course very rugged and well made, so it should do a good job at protecting your monitor. If you drop it, it protects the corners. But yeah, it's a metal cage, it's well made. I always love the connections that you get on Nitze cages, camera cages, and monitor cages alike. You get tons of 1/4-20 mounting points, and some of them, a lot of them, have locating pin holes on the side of them, so you can use them with anti-rotation accessories. Nitze makes a bunch of those, magic arms, things like that, and you've got those all over the place, as well as, of course, 3/8" screw threads with those locating pins as well. You've got cold shoes up top here. You've got NATO rails built into the cage all around, which make for really quick mounting of things like side handles, other accessories you might have that have NATO clamps, for monitor holders that are NATO design, which I love using because it's quick to rig things up and then break them down again. There's just a lot of great connections that will let you do absolutely anything with this monitor, from rigging it up on a camera to having it with handles for a focus puller, or a director's monitor with a strap or without a strap. If you need to attach things like a wireless receiver on the top here using this cold shoe, you've just got options galore. Now this next strap included in the kit is also really nice. It's nice and soft and padded. It's got a nice contour to it to fit around your neck. And actually it does have these little clips here, so you could attach it to the monitor and then quickly remove it if you want to take that off for storage or for transport, or just if you don't want to use it. So a very nice addition if you do go for the kit instead of the cage by itself. In the kit you also get this awesome little monitor mount, which does have these locating pins on the side of the 1/4" screw thread for anti-rotation, and those are spring. It might be hard to see that as my fingers cover it, but these are spring loaded, so if you want to use this for something that doesn't have those pinholes, then still this will push down into the mount, so it'll sit flat, and you can use this with or without using those locating pins. So a very versatile monitor mount. It's tilt and twist. It's got 180 degrees tilt and 360 degrees rotation. It's got a nice big knob here for tightening it into your monitor with holes if you want to get a tool in there to really ratchet it down tight. just a very nice monitor mount. And I've been using this one here, a similar one with the cold shoe on the bottom, for a while now, and this is really an awesome monitor mount. It's a little large. The new one included in this kit is actually a little bit smaller, but these are both great monitor mounts from Nitze, and this one's included in the kit, so don't miss out. Now the kit comes to $159.99, and that's including everything that you see here: the monitor mount, the strap, of course, the cage, and the sunshade. But you can also get just the cage and the sunshade for $114.99. So you can save a little bit of money there if you don't need the strap, if you don't need the monitor mount, which maybe you don't. Maybe you already have some like I do, and maybe you're not going to use the strap. In that case, you can save a little bit of money, but this cage is really a great addition to this monitor, and I think this monitor is going to shine in a lot of different situations. So this cage really is appropriate because it lets you rig it up for those different use cases, for, again, director's monitor, or for a focus puller, or just for a bit of protection for a monitor that you might bring out on set with you a lot, and it's going to stand up to a lot of use and abuse. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, as always, please do let me know down below, and I will do my best to get back to you. Otherwise, if you liked this video or found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thank you for watching.